Connor Rogers from NBC Sports here alongside our very own Peter King, as well as longtime NFL tight end Kyle Rudolph. And guys, the Las Vegas Raiders were really excited when they were able to get Michael Mayer in the second round of the NFL draft. Now, Peter, I know you were in the draft room. What was that reaction and response like for Vegas?
What happened in this particular draft sequence is that toward the end of the first round, the Raiders had several players high on their board, among them Deonte Banks, the corner from Maryland, Anton Harrison, the tackle from Oklahoma. And Michael Mayer was on there, and there was this feeling, especially when Banks and Harrison got taken, that their no doubt guy starting at pick, say, 28 was going to be Michael Mayer. They have a big hole now at tight end. It used to be a position of strength, but now they have a hole that they really need to have filled. And so I think one of the things that you do in a draft is when you see that there's one player you really want and you're surprised he's not gone by 26, 27, you start calling everybody. And so the Raiders called everybody. The price was way too steep, or they weren't going to be able to make a deal with these teams. Either they weren't trading it or the price was way too steep. But what ended up happening right near the end of the first round is that it was clear to me that in round two, the Raiders were going to start with Pittsburgh at the top of the round, and they were going to keep calling until they could get a deal done. Finally, early in the second round, they got a deal done and got Michael Mayer. And look, the Raiders think that Michael Mayer is the best tight end in a tight end class that was chock full of talent. So this team was really excited about getting Mayer in the 30s rather than having to pay up a lot higher and get him in the 20s.
Yeah, it was shocking to see him fall to the second round. I mean, he's caught 16 touchdowns over the last 2 years. So, Kyle, I think it's safe to say you know a thing or two about playing tight end in the NFL. What makes Mayer such a special player right away coming out of Notre Dame?
I think the biggest thing when you look at Michael Mayer as opposed to many of the other tight ends that are coming out of the college game today is just his ability to do both for you. I think the tight end position is one that, it's kind of a lost art in guys that are that old school player who can line up next to the tackle and be competent in the run game. Oftentimes, guys in today's game have to be lined up on the backside of the formation or split out wide because they don't want to get him involved in the run game. They're a liability in the run game. And that's not Michael Mayer. You can really see Michael's progression as a blocker from his freshman year through his junior year at Notre Dame. And obviously, Josh McDaniels has significant familiarity with a tight end who can do both. He spent a lot of time with Rob Gronkowski in New England, and Michael fits that mold as well. They're very similar type players, old school guys that'll get down and dirty in the trenches, but also will be very productive in the pass game as well.
Josh McDaniels has coached a lot of good NFL tight ends. We'll see if the Raiders got another one in Michael Mayer.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.